To support the show, visit us at patreon.com/retroam. Get early access, bonus episodes, and access to our growing collection of premium podcasts, where we cover other JRPGs like Terranigma, Parasite Eve, and Star Ocean.
Chris, what's an ideal Retrograde Amnesia miniseries to you that you can get on patreon.com/retroam?
What's an ideal one?
Yeah, what do you want to do as a miniseries? What is different?
Oh, so we are
you?
talking miniseries for the intro.
I mean, without telling you which one they are, like what just in your head as a figurative idea, what's a miniseries?
Oh, what is a miniseries?
If you haven't listened to one of ours before, what are you getting with this?
Well, it's the same thing that we do with the games that we've already covered, except for it's not as long, right? Is that fair?
Yes, it is exactly identical. Chris is right. It's the same thing, but a shorter game.
Yes.
Mark, play the intro music.
That's not fine. That works. Thanks, Mark.
Shepard.
Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast where we discuss classic Japanese RPGs, chapter by chapter, beat by beat. Welcome back to Season 3. It's Disc 2 of Final Fantasy VIII, starring Squall and Tom Hanks. My name is Chris. I'm joined by Eric. Hey, Eric.
Featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Yes, also true. We are also joined today and tonight, and whenever you're hearing this, by the Real Nida Collective of patrons who are listening to us record live. You too can join the conversation at patreon.com/retroam. Thank you, patrons. I'm doing a bless hands emoji to you right now. Thank you all for your support.
We are also joined by the FakeNet, our post-production AI companion, and digital vacationer of the beach stage that Roger and Alex fight in Tekken 2.
Initializing FakeNet.
It's actually just the Fiji stage from the original Tekken, but it's quite lovely and I enjoy watching a raptor and a kangaroo beat up human beings.
Because remember when Tekken was all about like enthusiasm in 90s bold color fighting auras as opposed to like the dank and dark and depressing shit that it slid into with Tekken 3?
No eyes, no arms, no ears, no shake.
I mean, that was
shake.
still kind of goofy, but like now Tekken is like a dubstep paradise still for some reason.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know. Tekken's. I haven't played a lot of Tekken post 5, but like Tekken's music seemed like it always works.
Right? It always works. 7, nothing in 7 worked for me. Everything else was great. 6 and 7 kind of slid off.
So, Final Fantasy VIII.
Yes, that's the game we're talking about now.
When we last left off, we are in Garden. We are Squall. We are the commander. We are Commander Squall. I'm the captain now.
Yeah, Squall had just pissed everyone else off, pissed himself off, is pissing off right now.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the garden, and gosh, we're going to go back to 2F in that classroom. First off, Irvine's here. He says,
is he? I was trying to figure out where the fuck he
hangs out there. That's his space.
Okay.
Irvine says, I've been thinking about this for a while now. Maybe you should loosen up a bit. You'll be sure to get girls that way. This garden sure has a lot of cuties.
I'm sure that works with everybody, right? Yeah, man, just loosen up a bit, guy. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to help him.
We've got some more Selfie blogs. Selfie is also letting her friends do entries and doing some Laguna Diaries, but we'll get to those in due time. Or not Laguna Diaries, but like Timber Maniacs descriptions.
Yeah.
But for now, we're going back to her diary. First entry is Garden Festival Not to Be.
Garden Festival. Not to be? Booyaka. The Garden Festival stage? Have to start all over.
So this is when it was wrecked, but this one wasn't available the last time we checked after it was wrecked.
Oh, really? Okay. That was a sad Booyaka.
Yeah. It, like, if you get the tone of it, she's all depressed, but she's still trying to make fetch happen with Booyaka.
Yeah, yeah.
The next one is The Day Squall was appointed leader.
The day Squall was appointed leader. Squall was appointed the leader of the garden. Hey, I didn't know he was already famous within this garden. Oh, I get it. That's why. Yeah, Squall can do it. So we should all support him. People think Squall seems a bit stoic, a bit scary at times. But I don't think that's true at all. He's always just thinking to himself, but he doesn't like to say it. From what I can see, I think he hates explaining stuff. I guess he's just not used to it. Plus, I don't think he likes to meddle in other people's business. Hey, this isn't a corner dedicated to analyzing Squall. We all have to back him up.
So that's more of her boundless enthusiasm and support of Squall. Also, I'm glad that everyone seems to know that when he's zoning out, he is thinking about shit and not just like thinking about, bears riding bicycles, jumping ramps and shit. Like he's actually trying to consider something.
Yeah, that is a good point, because when people do that, it's hard to tell where they're at.
Yeah, with me, half the time it is just circus music.
Yeah.
Next up is preparing for the concert.
With me, it's just it's either I'm actually thinking about the thing or thinking I don't want to be here right now.
Preparing for the concert. The Garden Festival seems to be out, but the chances of a concert are pretty high. All thanks to everyone at FH. I'm really looking forward to it. Well, actually, I'm head over heels about it.
You can't keep Selfie down for long.
No.
She's always back at it. Next one is the concert was fun.
The concert was fun. We held a concert. Woohoo! Actually, we were the ones performing, so we were really into it. But I wonder how it sounded. What did everyone think, I wonder? Forget it. Everyone else should start playing too. It's a lot more fun performing. I haven't given up on the Garden Festival, though.
Do you think the technicians at Fisherman Horizon, who were setting this up presumably for the entire garden to enjoy, were disappointed when it was just 2 people who watched it for 3 minutes and sat somewhere else?
Yeah. Also, I thought the whole point of Fisherman's Horizon helping the garden get fixed was so they get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And they ended up putting it in front of the mayor's house. I'm sure he loved that's why he won't talk to us anymore.
Tap dancing in front of his house in the middle of the night.
Yes.
Like when we rolled up, there were people at the very top that I thought, oh, this is going to be like a big concert, like Radical Dreamer concert, like from Chrono Cross, shit like that. But it was just a ditty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Finally, we have Feelin' Blue.
Feeling blue. I've been feeling blue lately. Whenever I think of Trabia. I want to go. I don't want to go.
So
I think that's a little bit out of where we're supposed to be, because I think Selfie doesn't tell us to go to Trabia until after we go to our next destination.
Yeah, and that's but it's also some minor. Well, it's
kind of development of where her head's at, as opposed to the enthusiasm. Like it gives her dimension, like something to set her up for after the Garden Festival. It's
partly an explanation of why we don't get Selfie in our party for a while, because you can't take her for a little bit.
Yeah, she's out a little bit. Well, kind of.
Yeah,
we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Next, I go up to Sid's office. Up all those damn elevators. It does suck to get to the place where we control the garden. We have to ride multiple elevators up multiple floors. It's like inconvenient to go pilot our ship. When I get up there, Kistis, Shu, and Nida are all there. Nida, remember our graduating buddy who met us in the hallway?
Yeah, the guy we can never fucking recognize.
Right.
Yeah.
They all clap.
Yeah.
Kistis says, "Greetings, Commander," and Squall demands not to be called that. Zhu says she thought Kistis said he should have a title, so they settled on Commander. They also assigned duties, which seems like something that the commander should have done. Shu is going to take care of garden supplies, so that answers our logistics question we talked about like 4 episodes ago about how do they get beef hot dogs here.
Do they have supply chain management at garden, I guess? They have dancing, so probably.
Yeah, they got tap shoes on tap.
It's part of war supplies, right?
Of course, yeah. You got to keep the front lines well stocked or else morale drops.
Yes, Kistis, the teacher who was recently fired, will help take care of the students with Dr. Katawaki.
Right. Congratulations, you're the nurse's assistant.
Yes, you are. You are now. Well, when she said take care, I thought maybe she meant like just as a overseer, or since they don't have the garden faculty, like to step into that. Like she's now the counselor because she can't handle the classroom. I guess I don't know.
I mean, when they did the overhead page earlier, Katawaki and Kistis were in the same office.
Yes.
So there's some. I don't think she hangs out there. I think Kistis will hang out up here. Actually.
Yeah, she does at least for this part of the game. Kistis tells Squall that he can focus on loving battles and fearing nothing.
And destination.
Yes, and then she says she asks Squall to let Selfie rest for a while.
You know what that translates to me as?
What's that?
We don't know where she's going to hang out right now.
Selfie?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like where she's going to be on the garden.
Yeah.
Also, I don't understand why there's no... Like, your next destination, Balam, you can bring her there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to kind of finagle it, but it is possible.
Weird. Huh. Maybe they had something specific to happen here.
I mean, I do get it. She did go all out for this, and a real person would need a break, but these are RPG characters. It's strange.
I know.
Why? What is it?
I know. Because originally, when this game was planned, Selfie could die.
That's right. The instruments are all played incorrectly, and she just walks off a bridge.
Yeah. Also, everyone's ignoring Nida.
Yeah. It's great. He doesn't have anything to say to Squall.
Yeah.
Squall says that's fine, and Nida then says hello. He says technicians are finished, and this ship is ready to go at any time. Nida will be piloting this thing, so he's our bingo.
Yes, Nida's the new bingo. That's what I have too.
Zhu suggests going back to Balam. She thinks it may be their next target, there being Galbadia. since it's a harbor town, just like Fisherman's Horizon. Kisses thinks the sorceress wants something more than just world domination. When you launch, Nida uses the intercom to announce their departure. It shows the main hall, then the library. Renoa is there, and Squall says, "A speech? Forget it. Cut the mic." And Renoa doubles over laughing.
Yeah, she
loving that shit.
Yeah.
So
I actually thought Squall was going to give a speech here. I thought this was going to be his moment, but he's still not playing the role that he's been given.
No.
Which I love.
I love that he didn't want to do a speech.
Yeah.
He actually said, "Cut it." That's got to be awkward as hell. So now you can actually finish, if you started, the CC card collecting group quest minigame.
Let's do it.
Side quest. This can be started on disc 2 or 3 after you have at least 15 wins inside of Balam Garden. Games played in the cafeteria, library, and 2F classroom do not count, presumably because there are no CC members around to observe Squall's success at the game. This is the only way in the game you can get cards for Leviathan, Carbuncle, and Gilgamesh. So like Chris said, we found Jack. He's at the entrance, and I'll tell Squall about the whole group. He sets you up on this. He says it's a bunch of card lovers who get together and look for good opponents. They're constantly looking day and night for card maniacs. It's considered an honor to be challenged to a card game by the CC group. So Jack's hand is trash. I tore that shit up.
Yeah.
He says,
Just like me.
I lost. You're good. But don't think you've defeated the CC group just yet. There are 6. The first is King, and the other 4 are called Suits. Card Knight Club, Card Prince Spade, Card Princess Diamond, and Card Queen Heart. There's also Card Magician Joker, whose ability is still a mystery, even to me. Now that you defeated me, I'm sure they'll show up. And who'd you fight next, Chris? Do you remember?
Club.
Club.
I didn't fight him next. We'll do him. He's watching the upper half of the garden ring. He's waltzing about up there by the dorm entrance.
Yeah.
He says it's been a while since someone beat Jack, so he knows you fucked up Jack, dude.
Yeah.
I smoke him. He says, not bad, but beware. There are many players far better than me in the CC group. I go find Joker. He's the shop guy, sometimes on the bridge in the training center.
Yeah, I found him earlier, but he wouldn't play me yet.
No, you hadn't beaten your required members
Yes.
yet. He says he's the black sheep of the group, but I don't give a shit. I know he has that Leviathan card, and I want it.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
He also says he'll add another function to our battle meter if we win.
We met him in the jail, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
He was in jail for some reason.
Yeah, well, I mean, where do you think he got the Leviathan card?
Right, jail.
Cut somebody. Yeah.
Took it. He won it playing dice.
The jail, that whole part kind of sucked, but it might have been,
It
punched.
was worth it for Joker.
Well, no, it might have been punched up a little bit if there was a whole side quest about smuggling triple triad cards into the prisoners or whatever.
Yeah, for recreation.
Yeah, or that was how you had to get out. That was how you had to get the weapons back.
Doing all that shit.
Yeah.
So thank God Leviathan was the first card he played.
Oh, good.
And I'm playing all face cards. I'm dominating this shit, assuming the rules aren't fucked. Nobody can beat me in this game.
Yeah, that's the. I mean, if you have the face cards, the only way to beat anybody is to have a same or a plus combo on there.
I mean, you get Renoa's card, in my opinion, it has 2 aces on both sides, but the top and bottom are both pretty weak. And if you completely fuck it up, you can still lose face card games.
Yeah.
So I smoke him. He says I'm good, and he adjusts my battle meter so I can now view GF info with it.
GF info, what's that?
Information about GFs.
Oh, is that more is it better than scan?
I already forgot what.
It's a link. It's a link to the Final Fantasy fandom wiki.
Right, FakeNet. Tell me what that is.
Initializing FakeNet.
A link, or hyperlink, connects one web page to another. The GF report, however, keeps track of the numbers of kills and KOs per Guardian Force.
I go find Card Princess Diamond.
Diamond.
She's one of the twin girls by the garden entrance. They walk in side by side and stand by the big info map. They trade off words with each other, then introduce themselves as the Diamond Duo. They say, we respect your card playing ability. We challenge you. Chris, they have all of the level 8 boss cards or whatever.
Oh.
I got Mobile Type 8 from them, Red Giant, BGH251F2, Ultima Weapon, Gargantua, Catioblius, Tripoint, Jumbo Cactuar, Propagator, Sphinxara, and the Tiamat cards off them.
Damn. I've gotten a couple of those in other places, but not in that quantity.
I fucked their shit up.
Yes, good job.
Afterward, they agree that I am very good, and they can't remember the last time they were defeated, ever since Headmaster Sid. But there are still at least 2 CC members left.
Where is Sid, by the way?
Oh, he's up there in the. I don't know. Is he up there? He's not up there. It's Nida, Kistis, and Shu, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good point. I don't know.
And actually, there's a kid at the bottom of the elevator saying that he's looking for Sid because he wants to play him in
I was
cards.
going to say, I haven't talked to him yet.
Yeah.
I'm leaving that guy there, but you just told me what he said.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
ignoring him. He doesn't deserve Commander Squall's attention.
Okay.
I go find Card Knight Spade in the 2F hallway. He can't believe we defeated Diamond. Card Prince Spade, maybe? I don't know. I own his ass. He says I'm good, and he accepts defeat. He's collected and played cards all over the world, and we remind him of, quote, her talent especially. He thinks he said too much, and he says Hart is no ordinary player. She became a top player in only 3 months, and she is a true genius. I remember back when Squall was given the instructions about what, like, she was going to handle supply chain, Nida's going to drive, all that shit. When I talked to Zhu up there, she said, hey, Squall, I'm the CC card group Queen Heart.
What?
She didn't think Spade would lose. She said, whenever you're ready, let's go.
Ooh.
So Zhu is like the protege that came up like real fast, 3 months. She asked me if I want to use Fisherman Horizons rules, and I do not. And I tell her this 9 times before we decide not to.
Okay.
If someone says you want to use these rules, just keep telling them no. Eventually, they'll be like, okay, let's just use the rules we got right now.
I thrive in the chaos.
I smoke her and take her Carbuncle card.
Carbuncle, wow, okay. I didn't know we didn't have that yet. Oops.
So when it comes back up, she's taking a knee and she says, defeat. I knew this day would come, but oh well, you're only the second person to ever defeat me. The other is the CC group leader, King, the card master. Now that you've defeated the 4 suits, you'll eventually play the King. Maybe you can look for King yourself. Well, let's play for fun from now on. If you talk to Nida, he will say he had no idea Zhu was one of the 4 suits, which is funny. So do you remember who King is?
Nobody tells me anything. No.
Okay. Zhu points at Nida and says, that was a secret. Kistis then touches her face and says she already knew. So to make this happen, to play King, you have to do some weird stuff.
Okay.
You have to go see Katawaki. She'll congratulate Squall on defeating the 4 suits of the group. She says, however, that she has nothing to do with the CC group. But she says it's okay to tell us that she was once the CC group king for a long time.
Ooh, Katawaki?
Right, but she passed it over to another girl 4 years ago. She won't tell us who, though. She says, look for yourself.
It's a library girl with pigtails.
It's a good guess. Maybe next time to further this, you have to go to your dorm and you have to dilute your party and say, oh, you don't have to do this, but you can dilute your party and say, leave me alone, which will tell your party members to fuck off.
Oh.
You don't have to do that, but that's an option at your bed, which is funny.
Okay.
So you're supposed to rest until you get a black screen. I do. Crickets chirp. Text on screen. You defeated the 4 suits. You've proven yourself worthy. The lights come up, and there, decked out in her Dole Mission Seed uniform, is the CC group card leader King, Kistis Trep.
Ooh, wow. Huh.
She says, I'm all decked out in my uniform, Squall. You really are something. I can't believe how much your game has improved. I knew you were destined to play. Let's begin. And you can't back out. You have to play her. I smoke her ass.
Yeah, is she anything good?
I beat her with her own card.
Nice.
I take her Gilgamesh.
Oh, okay.
And then I get a trophy. Afterwards, a trophy in PlayStation.
Yes, thanks.
Afterwards, she takes a knee. She says she can't believe she lost, but she says, don't get too cocky just yet. We can challenge each other as equals from now on. I'm always up for a game, but only in the garden cockpit. See you later, Squall. We're not equals, Chris. I beat the king. I am the king now.
You're the master now.
I'm the master now. She's just kissed us. She's retired.
Only a master of evil. Cool. I had no idea that she was the leader.
I forgot too.
Yeah. No, I never knew this. This is new knowledge.
Oh,
to
you
me.
never actually did this back?
Yes.
I mean, this is a lot of... If you're like Chris and you start spreading some very bad rules before the you're... I'll probably bleep that. You're in bad shape.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
cool.
do you do any other Yggdrasiling around here?
No more Yggdrasiling for me. So yeah, now it's time to tell Nida to launch this shit, right?
Yeah, we're mobile, Chris.
Yeah. I remember, so we launch, and it's Blue Fields, by the way. We don't have special airship music for this because this is not the final airship.
Yeah. It is a hover ship. It's not an airship.
Yeah, so I remember being disappointed as a teenager that I didn't get special music for this because I didn't like Blue Fields as a youngster.
It's grown on me as an adult.
Oh yeah, I like it for sure. I wouldn't mind listening to Blue Fields every time I walked outside, around the block.
I want to say we're listening to the Final Fantasy 14 version of that now. Is that one that has I know Shuffle and Boogie has a 14 version. I want to say this one does too.
I'm just now becoming aware that Final Fantasy 14 has a version of everything Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it has everything.
Like I saw somebody tweet
the other game.
I saw somebody tweet the other day that Golden Saucer in Final Fantasy 14 is so fun.
Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, fuck it.
So, you know what would be...
can they make a not MMO version of that so I can play it?
They do that with Dragon Quest X, right? Like Dragon Quest X offline?
Yeah, for Japan
like,
only.
I would play that. Like, games like that, No Man's Sky, even Hades to an extent, are games I could be content playing the rest of my life, but I want to have varied experiences with different games.
Yeah, that's true. Well...
And I know, there's only so much time in the world.
Yeah.
Trust me, a childless male in his late 30s.
Yeah.
Telling this fucker with twins that, I don't have time.
I'm just going to wait till my kids can play with me, and then we'll get there.
Dude, that's great. You think 14 will still be around? And what do you think is a good age to start MMOs? There's 6 now, right?
Not.
11?
Not.
There's not a good age? You don't want them to get into that?
No.
You don't want none of this, kids?
My kids are already into MOBAs, and they're fucking 6 years old. They're in kindergarten, and they're playing MOBAs. A MOBA. They're playing the Pokemon MOBA. Why are we talking about this? Pokemon Unite's pretty good. If
We're
you're
launching the garden. Blue Fields is still playing.
Get on Discord. Play Pokemon Unite with me.
No. Oh, you mean everybody else? Yeah, you're still be playing this in December for sure, Chris.
My kids probably will. I won't. Okay. Yeah.
You know, it'd be extremely funny. What your first action as new commander garden pilot for Nida would be?
What?
To advance forward a little bit and then full reverse thrusters back into Fisherman's Horizon.
On accident?
Yeah, just bust through it again.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I did that
Because it's hard to control.
because I didn't know I didn't read the buttons when they popped up, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
wow.
like squares go forward, circle is
And
backward.
thank God for 3x speed because this thing's fucking slow.
Oh god, yeah, 3x speed, and there's like a lot of like open space here, man.
Yeah.
In the world, like it's the rules with this are you can approach any landmass if it's got a beach, and board the landmass
Yeah.
that way, and then you can jump off anywhere, including like you can do some sweet jumps over a few like close together landmasses.
Wow. Ramp your big dumbass school boat. Anyway, I took my big dumbass school boat to an island in the southern portion of the world and discovered a diamond-shaped obelisk.
Yeah,
Along the way, I saw the Calbadia Garden was in front of Balam.
yeah, it's at like a 45-degree angle too.
I'm like, whoops, maybe I should go there.
nah.
No, this is an RPG. We're fine.
When you approach this structure, yeah, it's just like this weird thing on the world map.
Ancient art arrangement.
You walk in and there's something that is immediately anxiety inducing. What is it?
Clock.
For 20 minutes.
Find your way, place.
Fuck.
Better find your way in 20 minutes.
Leaving resets the clock. The first screen is a long landscape shot of a structure of the world map. It appears to be a gravity and or physics defying diamond of wood. There's a columned base at the bottom and some kind of massive structure in the center. The only ruins that survived time were art installations.
Yeah, I spent a good while looking at this thing trying to describe it, and I was like, fuck it, Eric will do better than me.
I have the official name. Do you want it?
Yeah.
Octahedral frame.
Oh, octahedral frame. Wow.
This is like actually a thing.
Okay.
I still don't believe it. The next screen presents a facade complete with some kind of ornate sculpting work and a top arch. A sign that says My Blue Heaven is posted to the right side. And if you look over to the left, there's a sign that's fallen and broken over. It also says My Blue Heaven, but it's all fucked up.
Do we ever figure out what that is?
My Blue Heaven is a Steve Martin and Rick Moranis movie from 1991.
Oh, okay.
It's not that.
I heard Rick Moranis is back in the biz.
I think he's doing stuff again. Yeah, his
Yeah.
kids are all grown up. Good for him, dude. I'm glad he's back. He had his money and he needed to take care of his kids.
Yeah, good.
But no, My Blue Heaven, I just think it's like sick fucking world building,
Okay.
honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Loveless, the My Bloody Valentine album, was posted all over Midgar for some reason,
Yeah.
right? Like, what? The trees around here are dead and black. The sky is permanently overcast with blue, and I wonder if this is a reference to the sign. So, holy shit, I approach the staircase, and it glows bottom to top in rainbow iridescent paint.
Yeah.
And if you look, there's like red and blue wires a lot of the place over here.
It's like rainbow staircase, magic rainbow staircase.
I don't know, but is it magic powered or is this wire powered, right?
Yeah.
Is there electricity flowing through here?
Weird.
There's evidence for both.
Text appears on the screen.
Yes.
I am Odin. I've heard of that before. I've heard of Odin.
I know who Odin is.
So I'm pretty sure that I'm, going to get a GF here pretty
Anthony
soon.
Hopkins.
Yeah, let's go. So we go through that archway, right?
Yeah, get the top of
And
the stairs.
I got into a random battle. I ran into a classic Final Fantasy villain.
Who is it, Chris?
It's the Tonberry.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite implementation of Tonberry throughout the years of Final Fantasy?
I fought them in Magic Pots with the W item trick forever to grind out AP and experience in Final Fantasy VII, so it has to be that, at the bottom of the Northern Cave.
You know what I really liked? I really appreciated when the Turks brought a Tonberry in Final Fantasy VII Remake. And you
Yeah.
could fight it.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good.
Just a move called Everyone's Grudge. Makes no grammatical sense, but it just sounds cool.
Yeah. Anyway, I scanned the Tonberry. Would you like to hear what the scan has to
Yes,
say
I would.
about it? Mysterious being living in dungeons, walks slowly towards the enemy and kills that enemy with the chef's knife. Proper noun.
Here's what Tonberry sounds like when it comes out and when you kill it. And what's unique about these guys, one, they do take their sweet ass time. And two, they take forever to kill in an area where you're being timed.
Mhm.
Did you kill any of these guys or did you always run?
Well,
You
I killed a
run
couple, then I was like, wow, that's probably going to take too long, especially once I realized they only give me 1 AP.
Yeah.
And I was like,
And a
well,
chef's knife.
yeah. I was like, well, I don't think I need to be doing that
Fucking
now.
Turn off encounters immediately.
Yes.
So also on this second screen, the top structure has an arch at the top, and then there's I thought it was a mermaid sculpture or a fountain in the very center. But also, if you read Laguna's entry here later from his Timber Maniacs, he says that this is a statue of a sorceress and a knight.
Oh.
This is the only entry you gain automatically in that thing without having to find the actual magazine.
Interesting. A sorceress and her bouncer.
Yeah, her the bouncer. Hey, were Tonberries always assholes like this? I really only remember 6 and 7. I'm sorry, 7 and 8.
I think they were in 6, but they weren't as... I don't think they became omnipresent as a...
But has this always been their game? Walk slow and stab?
Yeah, well, I mean...
damage.
I'm not really sure. I don't remember much about them in 6. And there was no animation in 6, but prior to 7, there was no animation in these things, but there may have been some sort of timer.
Yeah, it just take forever.
Timer or something.
Damage absorption.
Sure. Yeah.
So next there are stairs that go left and right. The left side appears to be broken, so we go right. This takes us to a massive stone platform. 3 columns guard each side of the doorway to the inner sanctum. Red and blue flags still line the walls, and it just occurred to me that there were a few strewn about earlier. Are these flags or wires? There's a lot of red and blue highlights to some of the old stone, brown structure here.
I for some reason, I started, and this is probably because America has been Marvelized, but I started thinking about the Rainbow Bridge of
Norse mythology.
Norse mythology.
Yeah, Odin is also. Yeah. I mean, I think we referenced him for being Final Fantasy, but it is.
Yeah, I've got more on that later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I go into the center. Fires burn, and the stone pathway leads to an elevator that automatically moves us upward. This brings the party to yet another giant stone platform. A bronzed arch is positioned in front of 2 parallel ladders. The sides of the walls have headless humanoid sculptures with their right arms touching their left shoulder.
Yep.
So this goes back to the kind of Roman influence of some of the architecture in this game.
Yeah. Did you get the text?
No.
There's some text here. I didn't get it either because you can't stop it.
Yeah,
but
you can't pause a fucking video game.
I got close. A bit of it. Odin tells us that those who will defeat him will be granted August powers.
Yes.
Lowercase August. What does that mean? Not the month August?
It's the month that it is right now.
No. What does it mean when it's lowercase?
Oh, I know. Fake net.
As a adjective. Fake net. August as an adjective. Please tell me.
Initializing fake net.
August, as an adjective, means respected and impressive. The opposite of both of you.
Chris just gave Fake net a reach around.
He certainly did nothing of the sort.
I climb the left ladder. This takes me to another ladder, and then a door, and then a room with an orb. Snakes and orbs. I push it, the orb glows blue, and gears or something start turning. I go back to the bottom screen. The orb below the arch is now also glowing blue. I push it, and it creates a staircase on the right side of the pre-rendered background. So the right ladder here, if you go up it, I think there's a draw point for something.
Arrow.
Arrow.
So you climb those stairs, it leads to a shack, some kind of dilapidated structure with a ladder to a stone engraving. I can't tell what it is. It's like a lady dying on her side with devil wings.
Yeah, I tried to describe these things, but I ultimately just landed upon gargoyle.
Yeah.
Some statue.
I played the demo for Final Fantasy VIII because I was bored recently. And it's amazing how much better these characters seem to control when it's actually in 480i or 240p.
Oh, really?
There seems to be more real estate for them to move around, and the backgrounds are much more easier to make out too. I guess, maybe on your Switch, it still has a comparable size if you're looking at it on the actual Switch screen.
Yeah, I go back and forth, but yeah, you're right.
It just seems like there's more, play it on the thing it's built for if you can.
Speaking of this, if you do want to play remastered, I haven't researched this yet, but I have heard that there is some work in the mod community to do the AI upscaling on the PC version of this.
I think Pinball Thief tried to get us to play that one on our RealNet.
Yeah, I would have if I had a PC at the time we started doing this. So
yeah,
but yeah.
Yeah, hopefully Square will, like I said, sell us that for another $25 in 6 years.
Yeah, I'll pay you. Sure, I'll pay you.
Final Fantasy VIII Pixel Remaster. So, did I mention that this thing has 2 glowing bits in its eyes?
Yes.
We can climb it and take out the left eye, so I do, or remove it, and then as I'm climbing back down the ladder, the screen fills with words. This is where I get to Dolph who vanquished me, I grant my August powers. So maybe it's based on the amount of time it just comes up.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The next floor presents a green dome with multiple windows, a path all around, and a ladder up to the top of the dome. I found a draw point with pain up here. Have we heard pain yet? What does pain do?
I don't know.
Fake net, what's pain do?
Initializing fake net.
Pain is what I experienced during the runtime of this podcast. In Final Fantasy VIII, pain inflicts 3 status effects: darkness, silence, and poison.
Fake net, what's pain sound like?
What's your favorite pain?
Metal Gear Solid 3? The pain?
Oh, okay. I was going to say Naruto. Thanks, anime.
Naruto?
Naruto.
I thought Naruto was an anime since it was American.
Naruto. What?
That's Avatar?
Think of
Same
Avatar.
thing. Same fucking thing.
No. Naruto is a
Same thing.
anime.
The next floor...
You may have heard him referred to as Naruto, I think is how they...
Yeah, Naruto, right. I reviewed a Naruto game 12 years ago on PSP. I climbed to the top of the dome and found a devil statue just lazing about. He has a jewel in his eye, but his other eye appears to be glowing with something black and white, or maybe it's a glare. It looks like he's wearing Macho Man Randy Savage's sunglasses.
Oh, yeah!
Okay.
Squall goes it up here alone, and it's probably a space limitation, but it's funny to imagine Kisses and Zell being like, fuck, man, you're on your own with the devil statue. I'm not going up there.
You have Zell and Kisses still?
Yes.
Oh, I have.
That's my forever party.
I have Renault and Irvine here, so...
Great.
The reason I brought them is because they're both level 18 and Squall's 37. And I was like, I need to do something about
No, you
this.
don't.
Okay.
You absolutely do not.
Okay.
Let them wallow in mediocrity. I put both red eyes in and it looks rad, but then nothing happens. I try it again and it gives me a code. 81439.
It's different.
For everyone, yes.
Yes.
What'd you get?
I didn't write it down, but I had two different numbers for a reason we'll talk about later.
Okay. So then I remove both eyes. I go back to the other structure and put both eyes in, and the torch on the right lights. It creates an entry point for 5 numbers and the flame, which is quite obviously the code you just received.
I want to know something. Was this like localized? Well, like, was it much cooler in Japanese? Were these like kanji or something cool?
As opposed to just, this is a little baby's first puzzle here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like there's no, it's the puzzle right below the other puzzle.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure. Hey, FakeNet, if you have time, look up a Japanese playthrough because that was super easy to find the last time you tried this.
And if you don't, have time, just tell Eric to fuck off.
Initializing fakenet.
Fuck off, Eric. No, but seriously, there appear to be no full playthroughs of Final Fantasy VIII in its original Japanese on YouTube.
I put in the
Puzzle.
code.
Yeah, door open.
The door below me opens. Also, there was a door below me.
Yeah, of
Text
course.
on screen. Come hither, errant knight, and draw my powers. That could be wrong. I wrote it down fast because you can't pause when the timer's going.
Yeah.
Did you get that?
I didn't get it at all. Oh, wait, hold on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what'd you do, Chris? How'd you handle this puzzle?
I did the same thing you did.
Oh, I thought you said there was something with numbers.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I enter the door and find the fucking boss sitting on the throne.
Yeah,
He's
he is. Odin's awesome looking.
Big dude.
He's a huge demon knight sitting atop a giant throne just waiting to sign a contract with whomever can defeat him. He says, excellent. Prepare thyself. The weak shall perish. The strong shall triumph. Prevail over my sword, and I shall grant it to thee for honor. Let us fight. Force your way.
He's also wearing a horned crown like Loki in the Thor movies about Norse mythology, but I can draw no other comparisons.
Yeah, me same.
There's a curious amount of lit torches next to him in the background, and then there's 2 stained glass windows up top, suggesting we're inside that domed green thing we just climbed up on. He's just been chilling in here.
Yeah.
Initializing fakenet.
You forgot the hot sounds his horse makes, because he's on a horse.
Yeah, force your way, and shit, Chris, I thought the timer went away, and I've been sitting here typing this bullshit like an asshole, but the timer was going while he was talking to you.
Me too. I have
was your-
1 minute to defeat Odin. Odin Zantetsuken's me.
Yeah, if the time runs out, you get Zantetsuken. Chris, what's Zantetsuken?
Zantetsuken is Japanese for iron cutting / slashing iron sword. It normally refers to a blade formed out of exotic materials rumored to be able to cut through steel and or iron. The term was often associated with blades created by the feudal swordsmith known as Kobayashi Yashihiro. So Zantetsuken is Japanese for sword, basically.
Cool.
Or
Good sword.
A very cool sword.
Fighting sword.
A cutting sword. Anyway,
Kasha meats.
that has been Odin's primary ability. I don't think that they actually canonized it until maybe Final Fantasy VII, because I think it was called Adam Edge or something of that nature in Final Fantasy VI, and maybe something a little bit different in Final Fantasy IV.
Adam Edge sounds cool.
But it does sound cool. But I think that in all retranslations or relocalizations of these things, they have gone with the actual Japanese because it sounds cool as shit.
Tell your kids to change their name to Adam Edge and Edge Adam.
Edge Adam. Adam Edge.
So what you're saying here is you didn't have enough time and you got Zantetsuken.
Yes, so that's why I know that the number is different on the puzzle. So anyway, I'm doing great. So let's just fast forward back to when I get back to here and fight him again, and now we're fighting this boss
FakeNet,
battle.
rewind the last 10 minutes and 2 seconds.
Initializing fakenet.
Sure, that sounds like a fitting use of my power and resources.
Thanks, FakeNet.
Thank you. I'm sure that took a long time to make.
Anyway, so I scanned. This time I got here quickly, so I have time to scan him.
Oh, of course.
And get his information. And, of course, this is a boss, Eric. So, let's play the fucking game. Okay? Scan Odin. Is it, number 1, a legendary GF that sleeps in a dungeon? Zantetsuken cuts anything that stands in its way. Is it number 2? Odin is the guardian of an ancient castle. Performs Zantetsuken when summoned, attempting to dispatch all enemies instantly. A legendary GF that rides a 6-legged horse, which we didn't point out, by the way, a 6-legged horse.
Odin's got 6 legs.
A legendary GF that rides a 6-legged horse. Odin's incarnation from Final Fantasy VII appears as a hazard in the Midgar stage of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch.
Number 2 is too detailed. Number 3 references Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Switch, which is some Psycho Manus rewriting for Twin Snakes type deal that doesn't actually occur.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with number 1 because it's the least detailed.
Congrats.
Wow, I got it right.
You got it right. The second one was a reference to the Odin in Final Fantasy VI, who is the guardian of the proper noun Ancient Castle, which is where you have to defeat him. I did notice also in the fandom wiki that in many Final Fantasy games, most actually, Odin is hiding in some sort of castle or basement or some sort of...
A blue heaven, if you will.
Or my blue heaven, one or the other. Also have some additional information on Odin if you would like it.
I would love that.
Before we kill him. This is, of course, via the fandom wiki. In Germanic mythology, Odin is a widely revered god. In Norse mythology, from which stems most of our information about the god, Odin is associated with healing, death, royalty, the gallows, knowledge, battle, I love battles, sorcery, poetry, frenzy, and the runic alphabet, and is the husband of the goddess Frigg. Odin is attributed with the discovery of runes. He, along with his 2 brothers Vili and Ve, is credited with the creation of the realm of mankind, which you may have heard of, Midgard, and for the creation of mankind itself.
The glory of mankind.
Yes, for the glory of mankind. Odin also appears in Phantasy Star Online 2 as a part of a collaboration with Sega. That's all I have.
That Odin? This Odin?
Yeah, there was like a square.
You can put Odin in whatever you want because he's...
Well, the final...
Copyright.
There is a Final Fantasy...
Themed
collab with Sega for some reason. I didn't read much more into it. But anyway, he doesn't attack you. You just have to defeat him before the...
No, yeah, he will not attack.
Yeah, before he goes.
You can also steal from him. I got a Luck J scroll.
Oh, that's rare, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got the Odin card when I won.
Same.
I don't know if I had the sound effect, but here is what Odin sounds like when you... actually, you know what? Here's what he sounds like when he appears in battle. But Odin isn't a GF you take care of and raise. He will appear randomly at the beginning of battles.
Yes.
So anyway, you beat him, and he says, "Thou art strong, mortals. I shall grant thee my powers. Call upon me in times of trouble." And the screen comes back, the throne is empty, and Odin is gone.
Yes.
Squall, sit on that throne.
Yes, of course. And as you said, Odin will occasionally appear at the beginning of a random battle and slice all the enemies and just give you a free win, basically.
And this is, I think, annoying if you're trying to farm items from enemies later on.
Yeah, a lot of the walkthroughs that I saw just say don't get it yet.
Yeah, for a very specific reason, which I disagree with heavily, and we'll get there in time.
Yes.
Also, you want to know some interesting trivia I found about this entire dungeon?
Yeah.
There's a shortcut.
Oh?
In all versions of the game, it's possible to take a shortcut to Odin from the ruins entrance by entering the Centra ruins while holding the button to challenge others to card games. The player is then teleported to Odin's chamber with 1:30 left on the timer. However, if the player has not opened the stairs to the previous area, they cannot leave the ruins and will be stuck forever.
Wow.
The shortcut can be used for farming Luck J scrolls from Odin. However, by purposely defeating him right as the time runs out, they still net battle rewards, yet will be ejected from the ruins.
Weird.
So if you want to waste that kind of time,
have at it.
Do that. But there's something else to do at the Centra ruins that involves wasting a ton of time.
Yes, it's the genocide of the Tomberries.
Right.
Yes.
Tomberry annihilation.
Yes, we just have to kill Tomberries until I think we defeat between 18 and 24,
yes,
correct?
You must murder 18 and 24, which this is the first time, like piloting the garden and now is where 3x speed really came in handy.
Yeah.
Because these things take a while to kill.
Yeah, absolutely. I did look to see if, we're kind of following a walkthrough to do some of this optional stuff as soon as possible in the game.
Yeah.
for the purposes of getting through it. But I did look to see like how you could figure this out, and there's only one reference to the Tonberry King.
Oh, this actually, we didn't explain it clearly. The Tonberry King will emerge. You challenge him, you beat him,
yes.
you get him.
Yeah, we'll get there in a second. But yeah, there's no reference to like you have to kill all the Tonberries to get the Tonberry King to pop up. But there is a sleeping student in Travia Garden later that just says Tonberry King in his sleep or something.
Great.
It's like Turnip.
Okay. Turnip or Cloud saying Xenogeist.
Yeah, something like that, I guess. So yes, of course, after you kill the final Tonberry in the sequence, the Tonberry King emerges, which is just a
mid-battle.
Mid-battle, which is a larger version of the traditional Tonberry, and he has a crown on his head, but except for it's floating above his head, right?
Of course, it's magic.
Yes, of course.
You can draw full life from him if you're over level 30.
Yeah. The Tonberry King has an attack called Junk, which is a counterattack. It happens, I think, every 5th attack, according to the Fandom Wiki.
He drops in-game assets on you.
He drops a collection of a kettle, a bottle of wine, cups, soccer ball, and a television.
I love it.
So that's what's there.
It's a good gag.
And you can also scan him, Eric.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right. The boss.
Yeah.
Did we fight any other Guardian? Okay, we just fought one. Never mind. We also fought Ifrit.
Yeah, we fought Ifrit, and that's all so far. So I scanned him, and the boss music isn't playing, but I'm going to pretend this thing's a boss.
Not a fireplace.
Yes, thanks. Is it one of the following three? Is it number one, the King of Tonberries has an incessant, innocent stare that stabs through opponents, pushing them over the brink of despair, only appears when provoked? Is it number two, the King of Tonberries appears to seek revenge for all defeated Tonberries? Is it number three, the King of Tonberries is a sneaky being that appears to seek revenge for defeated Tonberries. It slowly creeps through the darkness carrying knives and lanterns.
I think the last one is too descriptive. The second one is too short. The first one, in my opinion, is perfect. Although I doubt you would do 2 first answers in a row for these, but I'm still going to go with the first one.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
What's the correct answer?
It was actually the second one.
What's the one about despair and eyes?
Did you
make that up?
No, I got it from fuck. I didn't write it down where I got it from.
Fucking?
No, okay. Well, anyway, I'm pretty sure I pulled those other 2 fake descriptions from the Final Fantasy Dissidia bonus content where you can like unlock encyclopedia entries and stuff like that.
I do like the idea of Tonberry having despairing eyes to make up, like, just invokes despair and dread in you to make up for its slow pace.
Yeah.
And just, like, paralyzes you with fear.
Yeah, and all that stuff is actually from a Final Fantasy thing. So.
It's funny, like, your first Tonberry, it's unassuming, but if you've met one of these things once, you know what you're in for in these games.
Yeah, absolutely. The Tonberry King, the GF itself, I haven't used it yet. Have you used the ability yet?
I haven't used it yet. It sounds like this, by the way, when you summon it. I also understand it has a bunch of like unique abilities you can earn and unlock that I didn't write down.
Yeah, I got
familiar, I think I don't remember.
So according to the Fandom Wiki, it has an ability called Initiative, Auto Potion, Move HP Up, which I think refills you. It also has an ability called Haggle, Sell High, Familiar, and Call Shop, which is interesting. I think shop that just lets you call a shop wherever you are. The Familiar ability makes it easier to buy rare items, which I don't know exactly what that means, but sure. How do you get rare items? Like, do certain shops show rare items at certain points?
Fake net.
Initializing fake net.
Shops. Did you mean drops? It increases a monster's chances to drop rare items. By the way, this is what Tonberry King sounds like when it spawns. And when it dies.
I know you don't know, but I'm asking you, as part of the fucking thing. Okay, anyway, that's all I got on Tonberry. Hopefully in the final edit, that will be like more like 45 seconds than 5 minutes.
Speaking of things we don't really know much about, do you know the secret reason why our garden is mobile right now? Why all this happened?
No.
We had probably a free pass for trains all around the world to do missions on, and we had our own car unscathed. Then these fucking assholes stole a train, and the global train service banned us from using the trains.
Okay.
That's actually not true. You can still take train rides. But it would be funny to think like that was the last straw of stealing a train. Now the garden has to move.
Okay, let's check in with the RealNet.
Initializing RealNet.
Panda Pajama 17 says Tekken 3 had Tekken 3 had Tekken Ball.
Yeah, Tekken Ball is awesome.
Dirty Brown Man says, and Gone. And Gone is awesome too. Quistacular says, how much did you pay Tiffany for this, the voice acting?
I made her dinner tonight.
Good. Kal-El says, the right answer is not enough because she's really good at it.
I asked her about that because I think she's really good too. And she said, you know where she developed this? She used to do babysitting on the side, and like reading storybooks to children, you have to develop a whole bunch of voices, which is where I think where she said that came from.
I've been working on my Krang voice.
Oh, good.
So, because we've been reading some Turtles comics, and it's not very good.
I remember listening to Vinny talk about that on Giant Bomb with Cookie Monster books and say that it hurt his voice so much.
It does, yeah. It's not good. Quistacular says, my ex got a tattoo of a Tonberry riding a chocobo and also knifing a Moogle.
There's something in my water.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm not going to drink any more of that. That's a cool tattoo. Like I enjoy custom one-off goofy tattoos more than tattoos that are supposed to mean something, because I don't know that something can actually mean something to you consistent throughout your life, which is why I don't have any tattoos, because I can't imagine. Anyway, that's a tattoo I would be proud to have.
Yes, that's very good. Oh yeah, Kal-El points out Sleipnir, I think is the name of the horse, the six-legged horse. I guess that sounds Norse to me, right?
I've never fallen asleep while playing Nier, so I'm not sure.
What?
Sleipnir?
Sleipnir. Quistacular says we found Titan's junk. That's with a Tonberry.
There it is.
Finally.
Fell out of the sky.
Panda Pajama 17 says finding something in my drink is like biting into an unexpected bone and meat. Ruins my meal.
It's so bad.
I don't mind biting into a bone.
I don't know, man. It's not as bad as biting into a fork where you've misjudged where the place in your mouth is.
Yeah. I eat a lot of Indian food, or not a lot, but like every now and then I order Indian food. And I usually always get biryani, which usually lamb or mutton, and the meat is cooked on the bone, like in the rice, in the fucking thing. And so, like,
you need to do some work.
So you've got to avoid the bones when you're scooping that shit in your mouth.
That's why I don't fuck with sardines, man. You're supposed to eat the bones.
Just the smell, man. The smell. Ugh. Okay, that's all we got for the RealNet tonight. Thank you, RealNet, once again for joining us. We'll see you next time in Shumi Village, which is where we're going next time. I really enjoyed Shumi Village.
I did too. It's
a lot.
Serene.
I don't think I've ever been there before. I think I may have missed it.
Wow.
Or at least I didn't do all this extra stuff that's with it that actually has a lot of narrative value, I think.
Artisan is disappointed.
This episode has been a production of Retrograde Amnesia, recorded on August 15th, 2021. Thanks, Mark, for the intro music.
You're welcome. Okay, I got another one.
If you like this podcast, please support us on Patreon if you want to. If you can, at patreon.com/retroam. You can get bonus episodes, early access, all kinds of good stuff.
Your support means a lot.
Thank you. Yes, it does. Keeps us going. Find us on Twitter at RetroAmnesiaPod, which I didn't say before, but whatever. Email us, retrograde.
Find us on Twitter at RetroAmnesiaPod. Email us at
podcast@retrogradeamnesia.com. Until next time, Eric.
Yes, we will kill God.
And now, you may get back on the train, go to sleep, and have a dream. Good night.
Don't know if anyone's going to vote for that, and I don't think anyone's going to vote for Panzer Dragon Saga.
One day I'm going to commit to a miniseries. It's just called Eric's Choice, where you pick.
It'll be Panzer.
You pick one or pick two.
Action Tekken movie in like 2011.
Yeah.
Did you know who's Heihachi?
No.
The guy who played Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat.
Really? Wow.
Carrie, I don't know his name. FakeNet, what's his name?
Initializing FakeNet.
Kerry Hiroyuki Tagawa.
The trailer looked terrible. But I knew there's the OVA that I watched that we rented from Netflix back forever ago.
Yeah.
And there was the CG one that came on Tekken Hybrid, but I didn't know there was a live action Tekken.
Yeah,
film.
I remember that. They also made a live action like DOA movie too, right?
Oh yeah, Nick gave me that on DVD. I have that.
Oh, good. Have you watched it?
Yeah, Jamie Presley's in it. It's not. I mean, I don't really know DOA's story, so I have no idea if it's good or not.
Hayabusa. No more.
That's right, son. Do it.
I mean, they're pretty good for their age. They
beat me in Smash.
The thing is, I'm finally onto them because they would be like, Dad, I won 3 matches today and I got MVP in 2 of them. I'm like,
playing bots.
Congratulations. No, they're not playing bots. I think they're just not playing ranked.
Oh,
like,
okay.
They play ranked occasionally, but not often. But we play together sometimes, and we do pretty good when we play as a team now, which I thought it would be frustrating, but it's more frustrating to play fucking...
Is there text chat in that? Can you tell your opponents they were just beat by a pair of 6-year-olds?
No, it has predestined chat options like gather here. And
Oh, right, because Nintendo Internet.
But it is funny to like walk past my child's room and hear my 6-year-olds going, you go top, I'll go bottom. I got middle, go mid, stuff like that. It's fucking wild.
Kid brains, dude.
Pokemon Unite, good game, fun game. I like it.
Had predatory microtransactions, Chris.
I don't think I agree with that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it depends.
Pay to be good? Not true?
You can pay to make your items better, but like I told my kids the other day, like my kids just started kindergarten. They had a good first week. I was like, you guys had a good first week of kindergarten. You did great. Here is $8 to buy the in-game currency, gems or whatever they're called, and they use that in-game currency to purchase 2 new characters that they have permanently.
$8 each or 4-piece?
It's like 4-piece, yeah.
Nice, good.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, they vary, but like it worked out. Like one was they got a premium or a advanced one and a basic one. Anyway, I paid $3 for Snorlax this weekend. Thanks. Odin Zantet. Odin Zantets. It's a move that I have a translation for on the next page. Do you have it?
No, I don't know anything about Zantetsuken.
Hold on. This is important.
The same content you hopefully love. TerraEnigma.com.